beautiful people. What's good? What's poppin'? I hope you're having a great day so far. If not, then say, okay, that's alright. Come on. Sit down with me. We're gonna flip that crown upside down and get a reaction for you. Okay, so I am jumping into a video I saw on my YouTube for you that I thought was intriguing to me. So this one is titled The Beauty of Struggle Meals. Let me tell you something. I don't care if I become rich someday. I don't care if I stay in the same state as I am right now, okay? I will never be too good for some ramen. I'll never be too good for some old Campbell soup, chicken noodle soup, turkey and cheese sandwich. I will never be too good for that. Okay? Because is it better than starving? Yes. But let's not waste no more time. Let's step on in.
Now look, I'm not saying that I'm on Gordon Ramsay's level of cooking.
Right.
I'm pretty sure if Remy and I got to a cook-off, he'd wipe the floor with me like a Swiffer wet jet. But however, I'm very capable of holding my own weight in the kitchen. I'm definitely out cooking Chef Hatchet in that flame neck of his, especially with that sludge.
Now, I will say, can I put a little 1-2 together? Yeah, like some chicken and some rice, some spaghetti. Simple. And it'll last you a little minute.
He was trying to taint the contestants with. But back when I was around the age of EDP's dating range, I was eating things only a struggling college student would consume. But even to this day, I still partake in these primitive cuisines, something that society has deemed as struggle meals. And though I've never stooped to the levels of Colgate dogs, I've had my fair share of struggle meals. So today, we'll be discussing
PB&J, turkey sandwich with cheese and chips. If you know, you know. That combo is fire.
the different types of struggle meals that the average human is likely indulged in. Comment down below your favorite struggle meal and like and subscribe if you're new.
The turkey and cheese sandwich with chips on it. You got to. Oh, it's just so. It's like a delicacy for me.
First, we gotta talk about the amount of things that you can make with a loaf of bread. Have you ever been in the car with your parent and asked for like McDonald's or something? And then they tell you, we got McDonald's at home. So you're geeked out of your mind. You think you're gonna get to the crib and have all types of McNuggets and shit on the table. But you look in the kitchen, you realize you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and confused. So now you gotta find whatever scraps that you can and put some random shit together like Minecraft. Now, if you're a struggle meal connoisseur, then you already know how versatile a loaf of bread can be. A loaf of bread is the culinary equivalent to a Swiss Army knife, bro. It can be used in any situation. First, we got the glizzy sandwiches, aka hood dogs.
No, I grew up on these. Five.
If I had $1 for every time I ate one of these, I would actually be able to buy some fucking hot dog buns. The only time you could find hot dog buns in my house was during the 4th of July and Memorial Day. They deadass were more scarce than soap in Keemstar's bathroom. But these were like a delicacy in my crib, bro. All you gotta do is boil some hot dogs and throw that shit between a sink.
I don't eat pork anymore now. But I'm saying growing up, when I was a child under an adult's roof, then yeah.
A slice of bread,
this is a go-to.
Good to go. I never understood the niggas who nuke their hot dogs in the microwave like Benson's wings. And I swear, it would always be the butt of the bread that would be more stiff than the Discord mod socks. Yeah. And then I would spend the next 20 minutes trying to get any amount of ketchup out the bottle that I can. Bro.
No, I learned a hack from TikTok about like condiment bottles. If you close the condiment bottle and then you just fling it really hard to the ground, y'all, apparently what it does, I think like the sauce is working with the gravity at that point, with you throwing it down to the ground, and it's going to actually shoot the rest of the sauce to the bottom, where the top is, where you squeeze out the condiment.
Overall, hood dogs were a certified hood classic, and it's one of the definite faces of struggle.
Ever since I learned that hack, never looked back. And I just learned that like a few months ago.
Meals. There was also the hood pizza. Now look, I know people are making these pizza toasts for their kids and whatnot, but back then it was a way of survival. I think we've all been there at least once. It wasn't no Pizza Hut, no Domino's, no Papa John's, just a toasted slice of bread with some random ass cheese on it. Sometimes there wasn't even any sauce, and that shit would be drier than Amy Schumer's jokes. And if you were using Kraft cheese slices, then you was in deeper trenches than the army soldier. But everybody knows that these poverty pizzas are elite, bro. When you don't have any food and you start getting hella creative, bro. It's like another part of the mind gets tapped into like Einstein or something. And you're lying if you said you never used pasta sauce instead of actual marinara. There's just something so satisfactory about these penny pinching pizzas. It's not delivery, it's depressing. But the next meal I'm about to construe could possibly make hood meals look like fucking Bobby Flay. We got the legendary syrup sandwich. You ever just grab 2 slices of bread and pour some Aunt Jemimas in between them like some fake ass flapjacks? This that shit Kendrick Lamar was rapping about at Humble. And I ain't talking about no French toast with the cinnamon and all.
Now, I don't remember growing up and us eating this. I don't remember the syrup sandwich.
The fixins like this is Denny's or something. I mean, bread, syrup, bread. I think out of all the struggle meals in this video, this is my go-to. Like, this sandwich is more reliable than the fucking Muscatool, bro. But you had to eat that shit hastily because the bread would absorb the syrup like a fucking sponge, and now you just got some soggy-ass bread. But if you wanted to, you could start dressing up your sandwich like it's going out on a date or something. But I just keep mine original and plain like a white tea. I remember eating one of these every day for breakfast for like a week straight, and I don't regret a damn thing. And then there's the timeless classics like the grilled cheese. An instantaneous hit. But I was never the type to...
If you get some Campbell's tomato soup, cheap, real cheap. I know they used to probably be like 80, 89 cents a can. I know nowadays it's probably like $1.25, maybe $2 a can, depending on the retailer you're getting it from. But you pair that with some tomato soup.
Tomato soup with it because that shit tasted like callous ketchup, bro. But when I was making them, they would always come off the skillet looking like...
Well, I like soup, so that's why I said it just go hand in hand.
Like a piece of fucking asphalt. But regardless, this toasted bundle of cheese got me through a lot. Especially when they had a slice of some processed ass lunch meat in it. That takes it to the next level like Super Mario or something. And if you were using shredded cheese instead of sliced cheese, then you were moving duplicitously, bro. And I know there's a bunch of you bougie ass niggas who cut the crust off your sandwiches too. I guess now would be a good time to mention the peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
One of the OGs, okay? One of the OG struggle meals.
It's probably my favorite struggle meal. How many of y'all niggas had the peanut butter and jelly in the same container swirled together like some fake ass yin yang? But it doesn't matter what type of peanut butter and jelly you use. But if you're the kind of person who uses strawberry jam, then you need to be exterminated with extreme prejudice. Also, shout out to the Uncrustables for holding it down from time to time. Now we gotta talk about...
They held it down for years. I remember them serving Uncrustables in school as well. Like, I think elementary school, middle school. I forgot when it stopped, but I was on them at first, actually I didn't like them, but now I think once I reached like middle school, I started to actually like them.
Ramen, the epitome of struggle meals. These salty ass noodles used to have my head ringing like the Liberty Bell, bro. But the flavor was ethereal. Probably the cheapest thing in this entire video. And unless you got...
I got a whole case sitting in my pantry right now. Right now. That's why I say I don't care if I get big tomorrow or if I stay the same size on this channel. I will still enjoy a struggle meal. I'll share a struggle meal with y'all. Y'all want me to cook y'all some noodles? What y'all want? Y'all want some noodles?
Dirt for brains, you know that chicken clears every other flavor of ramen. I'm pretty sure everybody's got a fat ass box of these noodles in their cabinet taking up more space than Fat Albert. But the beautiful thing about ramen is that you can customize your board more than your My Player on 2K. You can add cheese, eggs, sriracha, chocolate. I was devouring that shit like Naruto Uzumaki, bro. And don't think I forgot about y'all niggas who eat the entire brick whole like it's a fucking apple or something. But
who doing that? I hope none of y'all doing that. There's a fly in here, but I hope none of y'all doing that.
Seriousness, ramen was an elite meal and would keep me plentiful for hours on end. I personally don't partake in the Cub noodles though. Just don't let me catch any of y'all niggas eating ramen sandwiches and we'll be all good. But I already know y'all be adding hot Cheetos to your ramen. But at that point, I'd rather starve than have my interior organs start breakdancing. Now we gotta talk about cereal. I'm pretty sure we've all eaten a bowl of cereal for dinner or when there's nothing else to eat. It doesn't get any easier than this. This is like the original struggle meal. This is deadass like the Rafiki of struggle meals. It doesn't matter if there's milk or not. There's been plenty of times where I put cinnamon...
Give me a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I'm straight.
Toast Crunch in a Tupperware bowl and called it a night. I swear, cereal tastes way better at night. Like, the flavor molecules just get taken to the third power like algebra. Cereal is one of the only meals on this list that you can eat at any point during the day. And I've never been the type to use water, or whatever floats your boat, which I guess would be water. But if you're eating cereal with water, I hope you swallow your spoon. Reevaluate your life, bro. The only thing about cereal is that I fuck around and eat damn near the entire box without even noticing, bro. But cereal is definitely in the upper echelon of the struggle meal pyramid. Now we gotta talk about frozen food. Man. I'll be lying to you if I...
Them banquet meals. No, I grew up on the banquet meals. The kid cuisines. If you know, you know.
Told you I wasn't eating those dinosaur nuggets like Power Pellets and Pac-Man. I was deadass throwing the entire box in the oven and having a feast like Shaggy. Those Tyson chicken strips were also more clutch than De'Aaron Fox. Also, shout out to Totino's for blessing humanity with these holy
I forgot about the pizza rolls. Yeah, they came in clutch often.
His bundles of joy. Back then I wasn't cooking, but I was a fiend on the air fryer. I was straight going down in the kitchen with that. I was using that motherfucker more than Gen Z uses TikTok. I was deadass programming that motherfucker like I was Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Then there were Hot Pockets, but no matter what type of conditions I put these motherfuckers...
He is calling out so many good struggle meals. I forgot about the Hot Pockets. I grew up on those too. What was y'all favorite struggle meal? Let me ask y'all. Type it below in the comments. What was y'all favorite meal?
It's true. The center was always colder than Mr. Freeze's ray gun. But anyway, like I said earlier, I was in my fucking bag when it came to this shit. Fries, mozzarella sticks, you name it. Also, can't forget about the banquet meals, bro. I'm pretty sure that shit was made from dolphin ankles and giraffe knees, but it was a hit every time, bro. Now we gotta talk about rice and beans. This was like the worst case scenario. I think this is the last meal that I would go for, but I'm still inhaling this shit because I'm hungry as hell. But I ain't gonna lie, if you use the right condiments and seasonings, you can revive this insipid dish. It would get elevated even more if you could find some chicken in the fridge and turn it into a fake ass Chipotle bowl. But as I've gotten older, I've come to embrace this meal, especially after a workout. Now we gotta talk about canned food. Man, I used to be downing these like it was the apocalypse or something, bro. First, let's start off with Franks and Beans, or as I like to call them, Beanies and Weenies. Now, since I don't eat pork, I would just crack open a can of Bush's Vegetarian...
Ooh, what was the, I think it was the Chef Boyardee's. I remember eating those cans. Those was pretty decent. The ravioli especially.
And baked beans and cut up a hot dog. But if I'm being 100% honest with you, this is probably the best meal on this list. I feel like even if you got a cabinet full of food with endless possibilities and options, everybody should try this, bro. There was nothing like eating a warm bowl of this eminent stew. And then there were SpaghettiOs. Now this take might be hotter than a Texas sidewalk, but I personally think these need to be banned. Like anybody with functioning taste buds will know that SpaghettiOs taste like active hemorrhoids. And you know that if you live in a black household, you eat spaghetti more than the fucking Lady and the Tramp. There would always be a big ass vat of it, and it would always last longer than J. Cole's song. Canned vegetables were also a hit and added more to my excruciatingly sorrowful plate. Now we gotta talk about sleep and water. Well. The most slept on struggle meal on this list. No pun intended. There ain't nothing like sleep with a side of water. If you haven't had any of these meals I've listed off so far, then I know you've had this. At least you don't gotta question whether or not you have any of this or not. The amount of times I try to sleep off my hunger is prodigious. I'd be in my bed looking like I got hit with a fucking tranquilizer dart, bro. But this is an S tier struggle meal, bro. That water be tasting like all types of gourmet goodies and treats when you're hungry, especially when it's cold. Also, shout out to Minute Maid, bro. Every time there would be some in the crib, I would suddenly start.
That juice never lasted a day. I don't remember. Did we? I think we were more of a Hawaiian Punch home. I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think we were more of a Hawaiian Punch home, and we did get Minute Maid here and there. And then what else? The Simply lemonades, the different flavors, them never lasted long. The Capri Suns, they never lasted long.
Start cosplaying as Badway and Chugs. Y'all already know the moment this shit appears in the fridge, it disappears like a fucking Houdini magic trick. It's every man for themselves when it comes to Minute Maid, because this shit was like liquid crack. I was drinking this shit like Future drinks lean. But
either that or Kool-Aid. If you know, you know. And let me know your favorite Kool-Aid flavor. We might have to make some goodies on this channel, okay? We might have to make some ramen and some Kool-Aid.
I think that's gonna wrap everything up for this video, man. Comment down below your favorite struggle meal, as well as other ideas that you want to see from me in the future. You know what I'm saying? Join the family. Like, subscribe if you're new. We going crazy. 2023 takeover is in full effect. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? More consistent content, more bangers gonna keep dropping, bro. We taking this thing.
Y'all go support, and I think I'm gonna subscribe myself. This is Grimmy, okay? No, his content was pretty interesting. I am subscribing and liking this video, so I hope to see more from this young man. But yeah, y'all, that was the beauty of struggle meals. Let me know what you thought about this video down below in the comments. Don't be afraid, don't be shy, leave feedback, suggestions for my next watch. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next video.